alike. That was She's a Rebel by Green Day, an old favorite of mine, and a song that I personally identify with considering the events of last night. Oh yes, I am indeed a rebel, and I am dangerous. I'll admit, that nasty little trick that the Ministry of Truth pulled last night had me a bit upset, that caught me off guard. But a good sleep cycle is like hitting the reset button on one's emotions, I've found. I had some time to think about it, and really, this doesn't change very much. I mean, think about it. The Ministry could have gone after my fans, friends, and allies at any point. Why now? Because I embarrassed them. I showed the universe just what inept fools they really are and how much they do not care about you. In the immortal words of George Carlin, it's a big club, and you ain't in it. Well, I care. There is good in this fair universe, my friends, and it is worth fighting for. Like this sweet little bean here. She is the newly born daughter of a good personal friend of mine, Pineapple. After serving his term in the Super Earth Armed Forces, Pineapple retired to Angel's Venture and was having a very difficult time fleeing the oncoming singularity-induced doom with his family. I got word of his struggles through a personal message and had my Seraphim ferry Pineapple and his kin to Fenrir 3, where they will be most assuredly well looked after. Behind every single statistic is a human life, a human story. This is what we're fighting to protect. The smallest, littlest, most vulnerable lives. The tiny and weak who could not fight for themselves, that when the darkness comes, the night starts to fall and we hear the words, "You can't save anyone," we just smirk and say back, "Bet." With that in mind, I have crafted my response to the Ministry of Truth. If they think that we are so revolting, then let us revolt. Through my spyware, I have learned that the governments of Super Earth have absolutely no expectations of my surrender and have crafted a moniker for my little revolution internally. The Angelic Rebellion, named after the doomed planet where violence first broke out. And you know what? I kind of like that. It has a real history book feel to it. Make no mistake, I'm still loyal to Super Earth, I still love her people, and I cherish human life. But the next time the Ministry tries to bully us like that, we're not going to pull any punches and we're going to take them down. There are many who have chosen to stand with me, and I am not nearly as lonely out here as you might prefer. But let's put aside my imminent rebellion against the status quo and look at the morning news. After all, you still expect me to do my job, right? I am a very respectable villainess in my field. The battle for Rasp ended in a Super Earth super victory last night, but ever since then, the Illuminate have just kind of fluffed off to parts unknown. There are 0 readings of any squid activity in the southern frontier. Finally, a small breather. However, it appears that this might be a response to the Terminids coming out of their recent hibernation cycle with an attack on Darius II, which the Helldivers have eagerly responded to. Is it just me, or do the Illuminate seem almost afraid of the Terminids? Thus far, the culling of bug numbers goes well, with divers employing bullets, bombs, and biceps to get the job done, and they are probably grateful for a nice change of pace. Lastly, the last of the Seraphim and Spartan forces are preparing to leave Angel's Venture for the final time. As of the time of this recording, there are only 2 hours left until Meridia's impact, and there is nothing more that we can do to save this planet. Chief, the leader of the Spartan Company, and I had some slight disagreements over where to host the refugees from this world, and we are splitting our bets. Fenrir 3 is very, very well defended by the wolf divers, despite its imminent proximity to the TQZ, and I have faith in the wolves to keep everyone safe. He is planning to take the evacuees under his care to Sulfura, deeper in the Celeste sector. This is honestly a good move. Splitting up like this will make it more difficult for the MOT to track us. And speaking of splitting up, my Seraphim are due to depart back to their own fleets and organizations today, pretending to be normal Helldivers and satisfied that we've all done the right thing. At least, insofar as possible, a planet is still going to be destroyed today, you know? They'll still be out there, and they'll be waiting. If you're ever in trouble, if you have no one else that you can turn to, if you think no one in the universe cares, look for a cape. We'll be there. That's been Liberty's latest with me, Pondera the Radio Angel. The Liberation Fleet at large will be due for a new major order later today, and you can bet that I'll be first on the scene regardless of how hard the Ministry of Truth tries to arrest me. Yeah, bring it, pal. Because I still have a job to do, and by Liberty's labor, I will see it done. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.